guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Anastasia, and today we are going to be watching part 5 of Jenelle's documentary series. It is my favorite day of the week. She finally released a new episode. It's a different day of the week every week because she can't keep up with anything, but it's finally here. It has like 20,000 views, and we are going to watch it. Before I get started, I would love it if you guys would subscribe to my channel. I do these kind of videos every week. We discuss every episode of Jenelle's docuseries. We discuss every episode of Teen Mom 2, news going on in the reality TV world, so I'd really appreciate it if you would go ahead and hit subscribe to stay notified to my channel. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started.
After a month and a half into the CPS case, my lawyer pulled us to the side. He said, this Judge Fairley, he's being very uncooperative with me. He's not listening to anything I have to say about you guys.
Judge Fairley is being unfair.
He's letting all this hearsay go in that had no evidence or proof behind it. He was listening to all of the suggestions that CPS was asking him. But we were like, Judge.
That's a bad thing that he's listening to all the suggestions that CPS is asking him. Sounds like a fair judge to me. You're doing everything that CPS is asking of you.
This was illegally done in the first place. They took her children away illegally in the first place. Why are you letting this case go on? And we told him he was being biased. And I told my lawyer, I said, this is not fair. We have to do something about this. So he's like, we can request to throw him off the case, but it's going to piss him off. And he might not. And then if he doesn't, it's going to piss him off even more. And I don't know how that'll go. I said, you know what? Let's take my chances. Let's do it. So we drew up the paperwork and we handed it to the judge when we got in that next morning. And
I don't know how the legal system works. I don't pretend to, but I just think it's kind of funny to throw the judge off his own case. You have to request it to the judge himself. Like, hey, you're being biased. Do you agree? Go ahead and sign off and please leave your own courtroom. It's just kind of weird how that works and kind of weird how they thought that would work. I don't know. This is a very strange legal system. I mean, it's gotta be biased in some way because Jenelle literally gets away with everything despite having like a whole ass collage of mugshots. So, there is some bias, but actually in your favor, apparently.
We said we want you to throw yourself off the case. We think you're being biased, and we think that
who would agree to
you're
that?
letting hearsay in, and you know, we just showed him the papers that we discussed. And he said, I don't believe I'm being biased. I think I'm being completely fair. And I'm not throwing myself off the case. Me, David, and my lawyer were like, oh my God, we just fucked up. He's going to be mad at us now because we're accusing him of being biased. And this is going to go horrible. This is not going to go well.
I'm just really sad. You know,
here we go.
In the morning, it's a Friday. It's nice outside. I want to go to the beach. And just get my mind off my kids not being here.
More like, I want to go to the beach, but I don't want the photographers to catch me sitting there chilling when my kids are literally taken away from me. This reminds me of her 16 and Pregnant. I actually rewatched it again recently, and she's sitting there with this huge belly like, dude, I can't wait to take my son to the beach, yo. I can't wait. We're going to go to the beach every single day. Now, 10 years later, there you are at the beach. No custody of any of your kids at the moment. Especially Jace. You have like no custody of Jace like since he was 6 months old. Like damn, 2009 Jenelle did not know what was coming.
It's June 14th. I don't have court for another week or two. Trying everything in my power to make myself happy again. We have baby chicks hatching in our incubator, which is really cute, but kids aren't here to experience it.
David and Jenelle's existence makes me wish that there was like an animal CPS where they can like confiscate your pets if you're obviously a terrible pet owner. Like every pet that these two have, or, you know, their farm animals, they all either get eaten, die, are given away in mysterious circumstances, or are just never shown again. Like, can there please be like an animal control unit focused on these kind of people who are terrible animal owners and treat their pets just terribly? I mean,
I've been very quiet this morning and just keeping to myself and just sitting in my room watching the news, drinking coffee. We FaceTimed yesterday morning with me, Jace, David, and Ensley. And, you know, Jace was telling me how he went to camp and, you know, he got into a fight and he tripped over, Jace was running, tripped over his shoe and fell into this kid. And that kid ended up punching my son like 5 times in the back and punching his head. Later on, the CPS worker messages me and she tells me, your mom is trying to have Jace admitted in a hospital. I've called the CPS worker. I told her I don't agree. I called the doctor. I told him I don't agree. I said, please talk to me so I can tell you the truth about my son. He's on his best behavior here. My mom has done this all my life to my brother and sister. They've been in and out of group homes all their life in mental institutions and on meds, off meds, like adjusting them all the time. And now it's happening to my son.
okay, so what I'm getting from that story is Jace was at summer camp, he tripped over a kid, and the kid, you know, started to fight him, so Barbara wanted to bring him to the hospital. She doesn't say what kind of hospital. I mean, I don't know if she means like the regular hospital, like maybe the kid was really sucking it to him pretty hard, or if she means like a mental hospital because he got into a fight. She doesn't really specify, but Jenelle was not at the summer camp. She doesn't know what happened. She's also not his legal guardian. She doesn't have the power to make those sort of decisions because she signed him over and she can't get him back because she's so terrible. She's talking about her siblings were always in group homes and stuff their whole life. Her siblings, Colin and Ashley, I think their names are, they have serious mental health issues. Colin has schizophrenia. Ashley, I forgot exactly what she had, but it's even more severe than whatever Jenelle has. Like, they literally probably needed to be in those group homes. And it's kind of sad because, you know, maybe they were over-medicated, some of this stuff that she's saying, but it's not really her place to be telling her mom what to do, where to take Jace, because first of all, she doesn't specify what kind of hospital she's even talking about here. Like, what if, you know, he got punched in the eye or something and she just wanted to take him to a regular hospital? That's not the same as like a mental hospital or a group home for troubled kids, you know? And again, it's not in her power to make that decision. You weren't at the summer camp. You are not in his everyday life. You don't even have custody of your other kids right now. So what are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about.
I can't wrap my head around it. She won't let me talk to him. After the FaceTime conversation, she took the phone away. She blocked my number on his iPhone. I'm doing everything in my power, though, to get my kids back. Best believe. I have parenting classes scheduled. David has 2 more anger management sessions, and he's done. We did our substance assessment. I mean, now we just really got to wait for our court date, which is today's June 14th. We got to wait till June 25th. So we're sitting here trying to make myself happy. But everything I do, it's like my kids aren't there.
The acting.
I need to be home. Nathan won't let me talk to Kaiser, and it was FaceTime conversations, and now he completely cut me off. Everyone's cutting me off.
Everyone's cutting me off, guys. My meth dealer, my weed dealer, the bar at 2 a.m. after me and David have gotten hammered all night while we don't have our kids. They're all cutting me off!
I didn't do nothing wrong to this.
They say Farrah's the ugly crier, but she got some stiff competition.
Be happy.
Can you grab that, son?
Oh, Well, I'm so glad they made it to the beach while their children are not in their care. They made it to the beach, though. Is that a beach? Or is this something else? Those crabs? Look at all those crabs. Looks like Jenelle's vagina up in here.
You know, there was all these articles coming out all at the same time. Every single day was something different. We literally told the judge, we want to make all this private. We do not want this out in the media. He literally told everyone in the courtroom, if this comes out in the media, what happens in this courtroom, I will make sure you will be held liable for it. Well, no one gave a fuck still. Everyone just kept making articles and selling stories and posts.
So she's talking here about how everything got leaked to the media. Guys, this is against the court policy, but what's this? This is you talking about everything that happened in that courtroom in detail on YouTube. That's the media, girl. So you can release it to the media, but nobody else can? Oh, my side of the story can be released, but nobody else can? Funny how that works. She's so delusional, like she doesn't even realize that right now, this is releasing stuff to the media. And it has been like a year since it happened, so I'm wondering if maybe she waited for something to like expire, like maybe the policy was you can't talk about anything that happens here for a year, because it's been like about a year after this, or maybe she's just lazy and didn't edit the footage for a year. But either way, you're complaining about the media, talking about what happened in the courtroom, while you are simultaneously talking about what happened in the courtroom. So, doesn't really make much sense, does it?
Things. Some of the stuff they were saying is, David's gonna miss Father's Day. Janelle failed to protect her children. I failed to protect my children, but you don't have a reason why. What did I do not to protect them?
Many
Marriage
things.
counseling and psych evaluations. We never took a psych evaluation, never went to marriage counseling.
You probably should have.
Never regained custody. There's way too many screenshots to show you guys. It would literally be like this whole video full of screenshots of headlines. So I'm not trying to go through all of that, but that's why I'm here today, to tell everyone the truth. A week later, when we get into court, we walk into the courtroom, everyone sits down, and the judge says, I'm signing myself off this case, and you are going to be assigned a new judge. And that's all he said, and he walked out. Our jaws dropped. CPS was pissed. Everyone was like, wait, what? Because a new judge means you have to start all the testimonies all over again. Everything gets thrown out. You start from scratch, from the beginning. So we were very happy for that victory.
I'm sure you were.
We were highly pissed off, so mad.
I was like keeping up with this a lot at the time, and I still don't know why the judge signed himself off the case. And basically, you know, that's the reason that they got their kids back, is that they got a new judge and they were able to manipulate that into their situation. But this judge, I think, was actually being super hard on them. I don't know why he signed himself off. I wonder if maybe, you know, some of these Teen Mom fans that actually like Jenelle, they're out there, believe it or not. Maybe they were like threatening him. I have no doubt in my mind he's probably getting calls from the media, probably getting death threats from like these psycho Jenelle fans who probably have too much in common with her. Maybe that's why he signed himself off, but it's weird. She doesn't explain why. I don't know why, and I tried to look it up. I can't find a reason why. He didn't explain why, and it's sad because he was actually holding them accountable, and they end up finding a new judge that gave them their kids back. So let's just continue. I find that very disappointing.
Got assigned a new judge. Her name was Pauline Hankins. She's the best judge to be involved with CPS cases. And she says she doesn't really do CPS cases. She deals with criminal.
She took your side. Of course you like her.
Stuff, but she doesn't really touch on CPS cases, but she took this case anyway. And the first thing she did was call out all the statutes. She said, where's your paperwork that you filed with Jenelle originally? Where's the CPS letters that you notified Jenelle with saying you should call our office or we're going to take your kids away?
Why are these papers in the dirt? Are these papers that they sent to Jenelle and David and they're showing it in the mud? What is this stuff? I'm looking closely at it. David Eason. I mean, why are they showing these papers in the mud? What is the context of this?
Where's this? Where's that? She went one by one and made CPS look like idiots. No lie. I'm sorry, Your Honor. We didn't have to do this with the other judge. She looked at him and said, I'm the judge now. So, where is...
I'm the captain now. I'm Jenelle's bribed judge now, and I'm here to hold you all accountable except Jenelle.
Is it all? I was so happy. I was like, this is going to be fucking epic now.
And
this is going to be fucking epic. I haven't heard someone use epic in that way since like 2009. Like, epic, bro. This is gonna be fucking epic, dude. I'm getting my kids back, dude. Fucking epic. Is it 2009 right now? Like, I don't know.
And David finished anger management. Right, babe?
Right, babe.
How many classes did you do?
6.
And for how long? Like,
Couple weeks.
no, but like when you went in there, how long were the sessions?
An hour.
Cool. And we did parenting this weekend. So we did that for 3 hours. We did our substance assessments. So, getting on track. We're back from court. Can you tell?
Oh, that kills me. David there rocking in his suit and tie, looking like he just got back from graduation. Janelle's like, he finished anger management! Yay! Court ordered to take anger management 6-hour classes. Meant that he was more or less forced to do, but we're just so proud of David. Oh, David, you did your anger management classes for me. You're the best. Like, congratulations, the court made you do it.
Hell, I'm in my court attire. Right, babe?
Yeah, babe. Looking sexy.
I do not feel good. My stomach is just like... I guess from having so much anxiety today.
Yeah.
And now it's gone. But my stomach is still upset and I haven't ate... I ate like 2 bites of a cheeseburger. So maybe I need to eat. Might be why I have a headache. Might be why my headache's causing me to be nauseous.
Probably so.
Oh, man. I'm just, like, so stressed out. There's, like... We had a new judge and a new court date today. So it was the first time she heard everything, basically, all over again. But it went a lot more smooth, I feel like, than our first time.
Yeah.
A lot more smooth.
Yeah.
I feel like the first judge was being biased. I don't feel like she was being biased at all. I feel like she was very blunt.
She was just trying to go through...
She was trying to go through the laws and what should and shouldn't be in the order versus the other judge. He let all this hearsay in that had nothing to do with the allegations that were brought in against us. Yeah, it was a lady judge. And, I mean, every
I don't know if you guys can see this. I'll try to zoom it in, but there's like a little bug flying. There's a fly flying all like circling around Jenelle this entire time she's talking. Like she is spewing so much bullshit from her mouth, the flies can smell it. And they're just circling around her, circling around her. Does she even realize it? I don't know. It's kind of funny. You know, their house is probably freaking disgusting.
It was funny because when we talked to the parenting lady counselor, she was saying how she was like, oh, God, that judge, oh, I'm scared of her. And I said, no. I said, she's very blunt. And I said, and I've had her for court before, so I know how she goes. And she doesn't look,
Imagine being to court so many times that you know the judges. And this is the same judge that I guess has, you know, kind of released Jenelle on other charges that she probably should have gone to jail for, and that kind of keeps giving her, you know, letting her go, and I just don't know why. I don't know if it's the MTV money, if there's some bribing going on, or if, you know, she can afford a great lawyer because of the MTV money. But this judge, I don't like this judge just hearing about her because she's literally letting Jenelle go on everything. But it's so funny that she's been to court so many times that she, like, knows the judges. I mean... embarrassing.
She looks past the bullshit and she only wants the facts and what really happened.
She looks at the law.
She looks past the bullshit, all right. She's letting all your bullshit slide and not looking at it.
She doesn't want to know a half-assed story. She's like, do you know it or do you don't? Before,
Do you don't?
when my lawyer said objection, the judge would just allow it to go in. And now every time my lawyer said objection, female judge would be like, abstain. I was like, yes, thank God this is going the way it should have went the first time. So other than that, I mean, we had Marissa testify again today, but it did go a lot smoother than the first time. her story went from last time she testified, it was David pushed down a door with his 2 hands. Now it's David ripped a screen door off of the front door. We never had a screen door.
Then she admitted that we don't have screen doors.
Then a few minutes later, she goes, oh, we don't have screen doors on anything. I'm like, wow. Then she said she asked.
Wow, they're talking about Marissa here, David's daughter, Janelle's stepdaughter. They're basically making fun of her testimony. Like, this is not making you look very good. They're basically saying Marissa is lying about David breaking off the door. Now, she's about 12 years old. You know, when you're that young, you probably forget little details, like maybe it wasn't a screen door, maybe it was a regular door. But do you think she would just outright lie about that? You're accusing a 12-year-old, your stepdaughter, of lying, flat out lying, and making fun of her. You're like, wow, Marissa, liar. And then David's screaming in the background about his own daughter. She just said we don't even have any screen doors. Liar. Like, that's your daughter! And you're just mocking her and making fun of her testimony and saying that she's lying in front of all these people and posting it on your YouTube channel? Really? That's pretty low. Accusing a 12-year-old of lying? I think she's telling the truth. Now, these little details, you know, maybe she got wrong, these little details, and they're picking on that, but wow, man. They're just really low lives.
Happy, even when it's a candid video that I've presented to the court. Numerous different videos.
They're scoffing at this, or like, liar, you're actually happy in those videos. I'm pretty sure, you know, she probably is putting on like a happy act when they film these videos of her, because these are the 2 people that she has to live with. I'm sure, you know, she just doesn't want to start arguments, so she'll, you know, act happy for Janelle's stupid ass little YouTube videos. But in the inside, she's probably not that happy, unfortunately. And for them to be making fun of that and saying she's lying,
And she claimed that she's been scared and not wanting to live with us for the past 2 years and never wanted to live with us in the first place. But we said, have you ever told this to Jenelle or David? No. Oh.
Because you're probably going to retaliate against her. I hate to say this, but you know, David, if she says, you know, I don't want to live with you guys, and she's honest about that, David could hit her. You know, Jenelle probably could yell at her. These 2 are abusive to each other. I have no doubt they're probably abusive to their kids. I hate to allege that, but, you know, she's scared of you guys. That's why she's not telling you. And she's told the whole courtroom that she does not want to live with you guys. She never wanted to live with you guys. And you guys are obviously bitter about that and trying to refute it here. But, I mean, that's what she said. I don't think she would lie about that.
Well, you seem very happy for the past 2 years. You didn't tell anybody, not even your mom or your grandmother, that you wanted this? No. And then it comes out, I just want to go to normal school. I just want to go to my old school. So it's like she's doing all this and testifying against us and saying all these bad things just because she wants to go to her old school. Other than that,
I don't think that's the reason. I think she genuinely probably is scared of you guys, but it is just so low for Janelle to be sitting there mocking her voice like, I just want to go to my school. I just want to go to my school. You're mocking a 12-year-old, your stepdaughter, David's daughter. You're mocking her in this video and like saying that she's lying. Like, it's just so disgusting. It really is.
And my mom testify again. Oh my God, you guys. I know you guys get angry about my mom and me being mean to her, but let me tell you, I have been through so much shit with this lady, and I have tried to just reconcile things and say I'm sorry or just even squash it and just get along. And every time it goes back to the same thing. She hates everybody I date. She's jealous of the time I spend with my significant other, especially if it's the whole family and she's not involved.
Barbara is jealous because you hang out with your boyfriends too much. I'm sure Barbara would be happy if you like moved far away. I'm sure she's sick of you. She's jealous of your significant others and that's why she hates them. No, she hates them because every single one of them is trash. They're all addicted to drugs or alcohol. They all beat you. I mean, no wonder she doesn't like them because you pick the bottom of the barrel dudes.
Which everything that she's done to me in the past and still doing now, I do not approve of. And she's blocking me from talking to my kids, Ensley and Jace. We're having Ensley pulled and removed from my mom's house, and she's going to be put to David's sister's house, Amber. So that'll be better, and then I'll be able to FaceTime her at least. Jace, my mom gave him his phone back, but blocked my number on Jace's phone that I pay for. So now she's not letting me talk to Jace because she doesn't want me recording the conversation. And I said, well, what do you have to hide?
Same thing with Nathan's mom.
She's recording literally everything here. She's recording people she probably shouldn't even be recording, so I don't blame Barbara for that. She's probably gonna, twist it and edit it into her own little story. No wonder she doesn't want to let you record it.
She is blocking my number.
Truth always comes out.
But again, all these allegations are just against me and David. So when we go to court, it's just about CPS versus David and Jenelle. So that means everything about Nathan, I can't bring up right now. I stayed up till 1 o'clock in the morning last night. You guys should have saw me. I went, first, I was printing out a bunch of stuff for court because my lawyer said, you have a new judge now. I said, okay. He goes, so all the evidence we had from before, it might not be presented today.
Look at this fly going all around Janelle's bullshit, like verbal bullshit. You don't even gotta smell it, but that fly is smelling all that bullshit spewing from her mouth. It's like a big old pile of shit there. And I don't doubt that Jenelle literally probably smells, and that's why this fly just keeps on circling her.
So I need you to print out everything that you printed out before. And this was like 100 pages of just like family photos, kids photos. I had to buy a flash drive at Walmart and put some videos on a flash drive. You're not allowed to bring your phone into court, so you have to have this all like tangible. Yes, I put it all on there for my lawyer. I gave it to him today. He's gonna go over it. We have court again in 2 days on Thursday. Today's Tuesday. So we'll see how it goes.
We got a chicken brooder.
You guys probably have no idea what that is.
It heats up your little baby chicken so they don't get cold. See the little babies in there?
So,
does anyone else just get so concerned when they like show the stuff for these animals? Like usually I'd be like, oh, that's kind of cute, baby chicks. But I see baby chicks in a Jenelle and David video and I'm like, oh my God, save them, please. Somebody please save them. He shows a heating plate for chicks and I just imagine him like cooking all the chickens. They had a pet goat that had like a name and everything and they killed it, ate it, and then put its head in a trash can. Like they have no respect for animals and I am concerned for every animal that I see in their videos.
Besides all that, yeah, court was continued for 2 more days and now my lawyer said he feels really good about it, and he said that he feels like today went smoother than ever compared to all the other times when we had the previous judge. And, oh yeah, Kaiser's teacher came to testify, and, she told him, she said, I see David and Jenelle every day, and I see them come drop off the kids, and Kaiser acts normal, and yeah, sometimes they were trying to say, CPS were like, well, he has a lot of outbursts. And she's like, yeah, but a lot of kids in my class.
So he does have a lot of outbursts.
Just growing up. You're just 4 years old trying to learn how to behave.
4 years old trying not to get beaten by David. No wonder he has a lot of outbursts. David is probably terrifying to the poor
You're not
little kid.
16 years old slapping people in the face. Like, come on. You're a little kid and pushed another kid out of the way because you wanted water. That's what he did. So, I mean, it's like just learning experiences. I asked the CPS worker when Ensley can go to David's sister's house because I don't want my brother around there. And if you guys haven't seen, my brother posted a really concerning video of Ensley.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot about this.
I know, you're just sitting in a puddle of tears. Boo-boo. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. No. What's wrong? I'm trying to give you a hug. Ansley. Why is there a big scratch on your back? Why is there a big scratch on your back? There's a big scratch on your back. Ansley. What's wrong? Ansley.
It's really sad, and I don't even want to think about it, but
Yeah, that was it was a lot weird. I almost forgot about that video, but now that I'm watching it, it is coming back to me. So what happened was Colin, Janelle's brother who has schizophrenia, like severe schizophrenia, was apparently allowed to watch Ensley on his own when Barbara was supposed to be watching her. Or maybe he was just in the bathroom with her when Barbara was somewhere else in the house. I don't know. He's talking about like a scratch on her back. Like, how did that get there? Yeah, Barbara should not have been letting Colin watch Ensley on his own. He obviously has severe mental health issues. That was strange. I don't agree with that. But of course, Janelle's just going to use that as more evidence why she should have Ensley instead, when in reality, maybe neither of them should have her, or, just keep Colin away from her. That was kind of disturbing. I don't know what's up with that or what was going on in that video.
we reported that video to CPS and that my daughter's missing me tremendously. And yeah, so we'll see where that goes. I hope they play it in court. Maybe they will. I'll let you guys know an update about Jace. So Jace, obviously all my kids have been cut off from me. I've been talking through his therapist, and his therapist said that he's doing better and that she encourages that me and Jace get back in on one-on-one sessions, therapy sessions. So we're going to go do that, and we're going to start that, and he's going to have it twice a week. So I'll probably see him once a week and do that until the CPS thing is over. Jace's teacher really didn't have anything mean to say either. She was just like, she got on stand and she said, well, Jenelle comes and picks up Jace sometimes. I see her. They're like, is there any concern of yours when they come pick him up? Do David and Jenelle argue? And she's like, no. So, I mean, that was good. And Kaiser's teacher was good. And so, I mean, and my mom was just like, she's like, I'm so scared of David. They're like, why? She's like, I just am. They're like, for how long?
He has a gun.
What did he do? Well, he has a gun. Okay, well, did he ever point it at you? She's like, no. And
I mean, Jenelle was pointing it at people all over the place. Remember, she was pointing it at that guy who cut her off or whatever, and she was like holding it, about to shoot him almost with Jace in the car. Of course, Barbara is scared of David. David's a 6 feet tall, huge dude, you know, threatening Jenelle, according to Jenelle herself, hitting Jenelle, hitting their kids. I mean, it's kind of obvious why she's scared of him, and it's funny because, you know, Barbara is in some of these I Have Something to Say episodes saying David's not scary, but, you know, in these videos herself, Janelle's like, yeah, Barbara was saying that he was scary earlier when I wasn't paying her or whatever was going on.
David's lawyer's like, has he ever touched you in any way? She's like, no. She's like, okay then. Like, my mom was just trying everything to put David under the bus just because she hates him. Literally, she has no evidence of anything. She literally says, if you leave him, all this will be over. If I leave him, all this will be over? Are you fucking kidding me? No, I'm gonna deal with a divorce. I'm gonna deal with depression, heartbreak. Should I leave him or shouldn't I leave him? Was it the best thing to do? Split my kids up, split my family up? Like, what are you talking about?
Well, it still wouldn't make a difference.
She doesn't know anything about being in a marriage.
David in the background, like, still wouldn't make a difference. Well, actually, if you guys divorced, which you guys did, you know, split off, I think it was after this that they, you know, split up for a little bit, and they both banged other people and then just came back together for some reason. But the real reason why Jenelle doesn't want to leave him is Jenelle literally cannot be without a man. I don't think she's been without a boyfriend for more than like a week since we saw her on the first episode of 16 and Pregnant. She cannot function without a man. She will literally like lose her mind. And she also has 2 kids to take care of. And Barbara has said this before too. She really kind of lets most of the parenting go to David. She doesn't do anything. She doesn't like to work. She doesn't like to take her kids places. David's the one kind of doing that. And that's also probably why she won't leave him and why they keep coming back together. She's a lazy person. She has never had a real job in like 10 years. So what would happen if David left and there's no one to take care of the kids and there's no one to feed her ego? So
Marriage or keeping a family together. She does not know. And it's really sad. And it's also really sad because the parenting lady that I talked to this weekend, she really, she's just really sympathetic to me, to my situation and what's been going on, and she feels like that my son's just being manipulated and that punching my mom, punching people, getting into fights at camp, and where is he the majority of the time? My mom's house. He's not here.
He doesn't do that stuff at our house.
He doesn't do it here. And today when I went to court, I brought a bunch of pictures of holes in her wall, broken TV, a big, big...
So she's saying Jace is violent here, basically, which is stuff he probably got genetically from you guys. But then she's also saying there's holes in the wall, there's a broken TV, there's holes in your wall, Jenelle. I showed in my last episode, there's holes in your wall from David, okay? David is breaking stuff at your house. Like, what are you talking about, you hypocrite? And even if he lives at Barbara's most of the time, don't you think all this drama with custody and you trying to get him back and taking him out of his home with Barbara is causing a lot of stress on a 10-year-old child? Have you ever thought about that, Jenelle? And that's probably why he's acting out and being violent, because all your drama is causing this poor child stress? No, it's all Barbara. It's all Barbara.
Screen TV broken, glass shattered on the floor. I'm just like, I'm so exhausted. My head hurts. And as I was sitting there, I had tears like rolling down my face. I don't know if you heard me sniffing. I was trying not to be loud. And I was trying to tell my...
You know, she was trying to be loud. Like, crying to her, it means that I'm right. Right? Like, if I start crying, it means I'm being honest, guys. You guys hear me? I'm sniffling. It means I'm right. Just look how sad I am over my kids. I'm crying so much.
Myself, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. And it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And then a couple times I was about to walk out. Because when Marissa got up on stand, I'm like, what is about to happen right now? Oh my God. I just can't believe it's happening. No, it's 5 o'clock, wasting my whole day, don't know what to do. What do we do, babe? It's unbelievable. Like, you can tell my eyes are like about to shut. And the middle of my forehead hurts. I haven't ate. I ate a couple of a cheeseburger.
It says do not hold it longer.
Well, I guess I'm gonna get off here. I don't know what else to talk to you guys about because I'm thinking out loud and thinking what I'm really feeling right now. You tell how quiet it is in here? It's just weird because usually I'm like, you guys, let's take a video. Or you hear the kids in the background of my videos or in the background of pictures or whatever. And it's just, they're not here. I bought a new swing like a month ago. They're not here to see it. Had baby chicks hatched. They didn't see it. I'm just really glad that Kaiser's teacher got up there and talked highly of us and knows what really goes on. She's like, I see them every day, you know?
Twice a day.
Marissa,
That's the teacher that said, yes, he's having outbursts, but I guess a lot of kids have it too, so not a big deal. That's all she said. Like, that's not exactly positive.
just said she didn't like when we cuss. That's it. And they asked her again today, did you witness David hitting Jenelle? No. Did David ever hit you? No. Has Jenelle ever hit you? No. When they asked that, I was like...
Your attorney looked at Nathan's attorney and told him, you're a GD idiot. He said, you are a goddamn idiot. Just like that, right to his face.
And my lawyer, he picked up his bench book and he said, do you want to see this? And threw it in his face. I was like, oh shit.
Here's the law if you don't believe me. He was like,
What is this redneck ass court antics? Like, I don't know if this has actually happened or if they're making it up. They don't have the video footage of it, but what is this redneck ass shit going on in this courtroom? I feel like everyone that associates with these two is like trash. Even people that they hire, like lawyers, like everyone around them is just infected by David and Janelle's trash, and just it goes to everybody.
I have just a few more questions, Your Honor. And your attorney said, please make it relevant this time.
And then did you hear your lawyer? Because I sneaked up to your lawyer and I was like, and she was like, oh. And she wrote that down. And then Marissa said, you just leave your gun on the counter?
There.
And if that happened, I was standing right there. I'm always right there.
I've never left it there and then like it went away.
And then they're like, does Jenelle have a gun? Do you know why she has a gun? Because we bought it at the same fucking time, you guys.
Why do we have a gun? So I can shoot at random people who cut me off and think that that's a valid reason to kill somebody. That's why we have guns.
They were trying to insinuate, did she buy it for protection of David? I bet you that's what they meant.
Oh my God.
They were trying to insinuate that. And I was like, y'all are dumb. That's my advice to you guys. If you're ever going to court for custody, save everything. When I mean everything, I mean document your phone calls. Even if you're like, he's not going to let me talk to my child right now. Well, call so you have documents of it. You got to do that. And like record FaceTime conversations. That's why they're mad at me. But what do you got to hide? I don't know. But you know, FaceTime conversations. What else? Keep up with the kids' doctor's appointments. Always make sure you keep up with that. Dentist. Health insurance, make sure you got that. Just basic stuff, you know, keep your...
It's so funny how Jenelle is on this kick of like, oh guys, you gotta record everything. It'll help you out. Janelle had 10 years of her life recorded by MTV, and all it did was make her look terrible. Like, all that footage, all those years of her life, and I don't think any of it painted her in a good light. So I don't know where she's getting this advice that recording stuff is going to make you look good. You're just recording yourself looking stupid. That's what this entire series is. Her recording herself looking like a dumbass, incriminating herself, mocking her own stepdaughter, and thinking, this is going to make me so sympathetic to everybody. Like, we saw Teen Mom 2, girl. We know how you really are. Even as with how much as she's manipulating and editing this footage, she still looks bad, so.
House clean. And then if something ever comes up, text it. Always have a text message conversation. And if it doesn't work out, this counselor we've been working with, I was like, what if it doesn't work out? What do I do? Because I can't get through to my mom that I want Jace back and that she won't give him to me, and I'm trying to be nice and not take her back to court. And she's like, you know what? You gotta set up a business meeting. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, you gotta like go set up a business meeting and make it professional as hell. And she said, let me tell you, when you were in front of a person talking face to face, they have more passion for what you're talking about. So you got to go there and you got to make a list. Okay, well, Jace isn't behaving lately. Like, what are we going to do to solve this? Take a piece of paper, take a pen, write down solutions. Cross out the ones that don't work. Cross out the ones you've done already. And so on and so on. So, you know what? I might try that after this is all said and done. But I am taking my mom back to court. And my lawyer is ready. And he's a beast. And he knows everything that's going on right now. Like I said, there's a lot you guys don't know. I can go on for days. I'll get it all together eventually with all these videos. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to change my clothes, get out of this fancy shit. Bye.
Roll the credits. Jenelle Eason, cast, director, editor, producer, and creator. I love that. Every single time it makes me laugh. So that is the end of I Have Something to Say, episode 5. This one was pretty heinous. I mean, she's literally sitting there with David. The part where she's mocking Marissa and insinuating that a 12-year-old is lying. And no, she's actually happy, even though she just told the entire courtroom that she fakes being happy because she's scared of us. No, guys, she's happy. Like, oh, what is she talking about? And then mocking her voice. Like, really? You thought that was going to make you look good for this video, Jenelle? Really? It's disappointing to hear that judge signed himself off the case. I mean, I can't think of reasons why. I think people were, psycho Jenelle fans. Yes, they are out there. We're probably threatening him. He's probably getting constant calls from the media trying to get reports. Probably was maybe scared for his family. I know that people are psycho enough to go after this judge, especially the fact that she is saying his full name and posting it, and she has been for this whole time. So perhaps that's why he signed himself off. And the second judge knows Jenelle, or Jenelle knows her, or whatever. She did mention that because she's been to court so many times. I don't know why that woman keeps siding with her. Is she getting paid on the side? I would not put it past Jenelle and David to be like bribing her or something. Why she's letting this stuff go, the judge is, kind of siding with Jenelle, is beyond me. I don't know. But it's very disappointing to hear about. We got some more fake tears like we get in every episode of this. But yeah, this was a disturbing watch, especially that video of Ensley too. Like, why are you letting a man with severe schizophrenia and mental health issues watch your kid? And that was on Barbara. I do kind of fault her for that. But, of course, David and Jenelle were probably eating that video up like, oh yeah, I can't wait to use this against Barbara, which is sad. Everything is for their own benefit. But that is the end of this video. Go ahead and let me know down below what you thought of Jenelle's video, what you thought of my reaction. Would you like me to continue these videos? Once she posts episode 6, I believe there are 8 episodes in the series, I will continue to watch it with you guys. I find it very enjoyable to make fun of this psycho. So go ahead and leave a comment down below and make sure to subscribe for more Teen Mom recaps every single week.